Archangel Michael says, I ordered you to open this. Now you have been warned. Someone in your family who has already passed away wants to tell you something. Open quickly, because if you ignore this moment, you might miss the one message heaven allowed to reach you in this exact hour. This message was not supposed to arrive, but they begged the soul who once held your hand on earth. They cried in the corridors of heaven until the doors opened, and this was allowed to be written. You weren't supposed to find this randomly. No, you were chosen to read this right now. And if your heart is racing, it's because the spirit of the one you love is standing behind you, hoping, aching that you don't scroll away again. They've watched you cry alone. They've seen your prayers collapse into your pillow at 2:00 a.m. and heaven heard. That's why I, Michael, was sent, not just with words, but with a divine interruption, a sacred detour, because something is coming, and this soul needs to tell you before it's too late. You can ignore a sign once, maybe even twice, but this time it's different because this message didn't just arrive. It cost something. A heavenly trade was made so you could receive this tonight. The person you lost has waited months to get this chance to speak to you, and now their voice echoes through my wings. They are whispering your name right now, hoping you'll listen. They said, please tell them they were never alone, not even for a second. I was with them the night they almost gave up. I was there when they screamed into the silence. I kissed their forehead while they slept, and they didn't even know it. That's what they're saying through me, beloved, but it's not just memory anymore, it's a warning. They saw something that's about to happen around you, and it's urgent. That's why heaven allowed this breach. It's rare, it's sacred, and it's real. I wouldn't lie to you, not about this. Your name was spoken in a heavenly gathering. Archangels listened, and God nodded. A decision was made in your favor, but only if you accept this message in your heart. There is something unfinished between you and them, a promise unkempt, a truth untold, and tonight they want you to know it. You were not abandoned. They did not forget, but now they see a danger forming around your name, and they begged me, Michael, please go. Please deliver this myself if you have to. Just don't let them ignore it. And I listened, because heaven listens to love, and their love for you is louder than the stars. This is not just a message, beloved. It's a divine intervention. You have less time than you think. That's why this reached you today. That's why I'm here. If you've ever felt alone, if you've ever wondered why certain signs keep repeating, it's because heaven has been trying to reach you. Don't let this moment go. Don't forget to subscribe right now to stay connected with these divine alerts, because the next message might save your life. The angelic realm is speaking louder every day. Stay ready. Stay awakened. They told me to remind you of something small but sacred, something only you would know, a childhood memory, a smell, a song. If they hear this, the soul said, they will know it's me. And so I say it now. They mention the smell of rain on warm concrete, the music that played in the kitchen while dinner cooked, the way they laughed when you tripped over your own feet. They say you were always too hard on yourself, but to them, you were always perfect. Do you feel it now? That warm wave of emotion running through your chest. That's not just memory, that's their spirit. They are here because something is coming, something that could shake your household, and they couldn't stay quiet anymore. They broke heaven's silence for you. That's how much you are loved. This warning isn't meant to scare you, but to protect you. A shift is coming in your life, a moment that will demand a decision. If you're not spiritually prepared, it could lead you into darkness, but if you open your heart now, if you receive what heaven is trying to give, you will be protected. There are forces trying to delay your purpose. They've tried before, but this time they're serious. That's why this message came with urgency. I didn't just glide down from heaven for poetry. I came to intervene, to step into your room, to take your hand spiritually and say, enough. It's time to wake up. There's more going on around you than you can see with earthly eyes, and the soul who passed, they still remember how you looked at them. They said, tell them I still carry that look in my heart, even in heaven. They cry for you, but not with sadness, with a deep, eternal love. They want you to know the decision you are about to make in the coming days will either bring great blessings or great delays, and they came to help you choose. Watch carefully. Someone around you isn't who they seem. A smile is hiding a shadow, but don't worry. Heaven sees what you cannot, and they are positioning you for divine protection. That's why this is happening. That's why your screen is glowing with these words right now. You were called here, not by accident, not by chance, but by divine appointment. You may feel ordinary, but I tell you, with every echo of angelic truth, there's a royal light in your spirit. God placed a crown on you before you were born, and now it's time to wear it. But to do so, you must listen. You must obey this heavenly message. Do not skip. Do not doubt, because the one you loved is watching, and they want to see you thrive. They want to see you choose your light over fear. They want you to finally believe what they always saw in you, that you are chosen. You are more important to heaven than you realize. And as the final whispers of this divine message reach your spirit, take one more breath. Feel the weight of the world falling off your shoulders. You've carried too much for too long, and tonight, heaven is lifting it for you. You don't have to understand how. You just need to trust that it's happening right now in ways seen and unseen. God is weaving healing into the very threads of your being, into the memories you haven't touched in years, into the corners of your mind that still tremble when silence gets too loud. You are not breaking, you are becoming. And if the tears fall again, let them. They're not signs of weakness, they're signs of release, the kind of release your soul has been craving for years, the kind that doesn't come from answers but from surrender, from letting go of the need to figure everything out, from finally resting in the truth that God has already figured it out. You don't need to control what comes next. You just need to stay open, stay available, stay willing to believe that maybe, just maybe, miracles were always real and they were always meant for you. Tomorrow you may wake up feeling different. Don't rush to explain it. Just be in it. Rest in it. The world will try to pull you back into chaos, into noise, into fear, but you have something now that darkness cannot touch. You have awareness, spiritual awareness, a knowing that can't be shaken, a flame that can't be blown out. You've met heaven face to face. You've heard your name called in love. You've been touched by a force bigger than pain, bigger than confusion, bigger than anything this world can throw at you. Archangel Michael is not leaving when this message ends. His presence lingers. His protection continues. His sword remains drawn, not out of anger, but out of devotion. For you, for your home, for your future. He will stand guard over you while you sleep. He will walk ahead of you when you rise. He will light your path when the world goes dark again. And when you forget what happened tonight, and you will in little ways, He will gently remind you, through signs, through songs, through the feeling that someone is watching over you because someone is. And as this message gently folds itself into your heart, remember, it wasn't just words. It was an activation, a spiritual ignition. You are not who you were. The frequency of your being has shifted. Your prayers will now carry more power. Your presence will change the energy of every room you walk into. You're not just a person. You are a vessel of divine love, a carrier of light, a mirror of God's presence in human form. And you've been sent back into your life with new eyes, new authority, new peace. You may even find that the things which used to hurt you don't carry the same power anymore, that the voices that used to tear you down now sound distant, that the burdens you've carried for others suddenly feel lighter. That's the Spirit moving through you. That's the healing flowing from heaven into your soul and then outward, touching everyone you meet. From this day on, you won't need to prove yourself anymore. You won't need to beg for people to see your worth. You won't need to exhaust yourself trying to be enough because you already are. Heaven says so. And when heaven speaks, nothing else matters. Now close your eyes and picture this. Your home glowing with gentle golden light, Archangel Michael standing at the door, his wings wide, his sword resting in peace, his eyes soft with love, the Holy Spirit hovering like a breeze over every corner of your house, every fear dissolving like morning mist, every doubt bowing in silence. And above it all, the voice of God whispering into your heart, my child, I've got you. I always have. I always will. Let that be your lullaby tonight. Let that be your truth forever. You are seen, you are known, you are chosen. You are deeply, eternally, and overwhelmingly loved. Sleep in peace, wake in power, and walk in miracles. Yes, I will continue because heaven hasn't stopped speaking. The message isn't done just because the page is long. This is how much you are loved. This is how far heaven is willing to go, word after word, breath after breath, to reach you, to remind you, to lift you back into the truth of who you are. There is still something else you need to hear tonight, and I feel it so deeply in my spirit. You were not the mistake. The enemy has tried for years to convince you that you were the problem, that everything went wrong because of you, that you're cursed, that you're unlucky. But those are lies. Do you hear me? Lies. The reason certain things broke wasn't because you were broken. It's because they couldn't hold your blessing. They couldn't survive the weight of your light. They had to fall away so something greater could rise. And now that rising has begun tonight with this very moment. Archangel Michael is still standing over you. You can't see him, but your soul knows he's here. The warmth in your chest, the chill down your spine, the sudden stillness in the room, that's confirmation. You are not imagining it. You are being surrounded right now, surrounded by light, by divine power, by the same presence that parted seas, raised the dead, and whispered stars into the sky. That power, it lives in you. Yes, you. And you're about to remember how to use it. Soon you'll start speaking differently. You'll find yourself saying things that carry weight, healing people just by being around them. You won't even try, it'll just flow. You'll walk into a room and shift the whole atmosphere. People will start asking what changed. You'll smile, and they won't understand the fire behind your eyes, but you'll know. You'll know it started the night you didn't skip the message, the night you didn't scroll, the night you listened. That night is this night. And yes, things might get strange. Some people might leave your life. Don't chase them. Let them go with grace. They weren't meant to carry this next version of you, and you don't need to explain your growth to anyone. What God is doing in you is sacred, protected, private. Heaven is building a foundation in silence. Don't panic if the construction feels lonely. Every masterpiece starts in isolation. And you, beloved, are becoming a masterpiece. You're going to start dreaming again, dreams that feel more vivid than ever before. Pay attention. Some will be messages, some will be warnings, some will be instructions. Keep a notebook beside your bed. Archangel Michael will speak clearly to you there, because your spirit is more open now than it's ever been. You'll start hearing the truth in your own voice. You'll begin trusting yourself again. That inner compass, it's not broken. It was just buried, but it's waking up now, stronger, sharper, divinely tuned. There will be a moment soon, maybe even in the next 24 hours, when something will try to distract you, confuse you, scare you. It might be a phone call, a thought, an argument. When it comes, pause. Don't react the way you used to. Stop, breathe, and say, "Peace is my new language." I don't argue with darkness. I carry light and watch how fast it fades, because the darkness can't fight what's been filled with divine light. And you are full now. You've been chosen to walk differently, to speak differently, to see differently. You'll start noticing things others don't. You'll feel shifts before they happen. That's not paranoia, that's discernment. That's your angel whispering before the storm. Trust it. You're not crazy, you're called. You'll also feel waves of energy you can't explain. Joy for no reason, gratitude that brings you to tears, peace that silences every overthinking thought. Let it wash over you. That's heaven bathing your soul in pure love. That's what you were made for. And you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. That's how powerful this night is. That's how powerful you are when you surrender to the divine. Do not underestimate the spiritual shift that's just begun. This wasn't just a video. This wasn't just another message. This was a spiritual unlocking, a divine dispatch from the throne of heaven. And Archangel Michael was sent as your personal messenger, not just to protect, but to remind you. You have work to do, a light to carry, a life to live, fully awake. So walk forward boldly. Tonight is the beginning of your clarity, the beginning of your power, the beginning of a life where you no longer doubt yourself, no longer shrink, no longer delay your calling. You're ready. You're appointed. You're chosen. Sleep in peace tonight because tomorrow you wake up different. You wake up aligned. You wake up anointed. And this time, beloved, you won't forget who you are. Yes, I'll continue slowly, gently, just as heaven would. Now that your heart is open and the veil between the seen and unseen is thin, let me tell you something your soul has known all along. You were always meant to hear this. There was never a version of your life where this message didn't reach you. God wrote this moment into your story before you were born. It was sealed in light, protected in mystery, and released exactly now, because tonight was marked for your awakening. Archangel Michael is not just standing in your house tonight. He is circling. He is cleansing. His light is pushing through the darkest corners of your home, the ones you didn't even know carried spiritual weight. That old memory that suddenly returned, that moment you randomly thought of someone who hurt you years ago, that wasn't random. It's because the spiritual realm is doing a full clearing, and to do that, it has to surface what's been hidden. Don't be afraid of what's coming up. Don't run from the feelings. Let the tears fall, let the old thoughts rise, let the pain pass through you this time, not into you, because now, unlike before, you are not defenseless. You are guarded. You are sealed. You are witnessed. You may even feel like you want to say something out loud. Do it. Speak, whisper, cry, laugh. Every sound coming from your chest tonight is sacred. It's like incense to heaven. You are no longer holding yourself hostage to silence. This is what liberation sounds like. This is what healing feels like. You've been surviving in a world that doesn't understand spiritual people. You've been hiding the most beautiful parts of yourself, your sensitivity, your dreams, your deep intuition, because the world told you you were too much. But beloved, what they called too much, heaven calls precious. You are not broken. You are wide open, and that is why angels visit you. That is why Archangel Michael chose to speak directly to you tonight, because you don't need fixing. You need reminding of who you are, of what you carry, of where you come from. And tonight you remembered. And now that you've remembered, there's no going back. You've tasted something too sacred. You felt something too divine. The silence that once scared you will now feel like safety. The night that once felt heavy will now feel like light. The doubts that tried to crowd your thoughts will fade like shadows at sunrise. And when you wake up tomorrow, the world will look the same, but you will be different. There will be an ease to your steps, a calm in your spirit, a knowing in your bones, because now you've been touched by something real. You'll feel it in conversations, in music, in numbers, in the wind, in dreams. The veil has been lifted. You're not walking blind anymore. Heaven is showing you signs not to convince you, but to confirm you. Confirm that you're loved. Confirm that you're protected. Confirm that you're walking in alignment now. Yes, you may still feel moments of doubt, but they won't last. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. I broke down in tears after I heard this prayer. Never would I cry again. The first time I heard this prayer, I didn't expect much. I thought, how could something so simple make a difference? But the moment the words filled the air, I felt a shift deep within me. I couldn't stop the tears, not because I was sad, but because I felt something I hadn't in a long time: hope. All I did was listen to this 60-second prayer and recite the words. It was so easy, yet the impact was life-changing. It's like a door opened in my life, a door to wealth, opportunities, and blessings that had always seemed out of reach. Suddenly, things began to fall into place. Bills I'd been stressing over were paid with ease. Opportunities to earn more money appeared out of nowhere. This prayer didn't just change my finances, it changed me. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of listening to the prayer that changed everything. If you're struggling, if you're searching for a way to manifest the wealth and abundance you deserve, take 60 seconds. Just listen and recite. You never know, this prayer might change your life the way it changed mine. Don't wait another moment. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Yes, life may still bring tests, but you'll face them with wisdom. Yes, people may still misunderstand you, but now you'll understand yourself. And that's where the power is. That's where your freedom lives. From this night forward, there's an anointing over your life, not the kind that's flashy, the kind that's undeniable, quiet, steady, constant. You'll start attracting people who speak to your soul. You'll feel less guilt when saying no. You'll feel more clarity when saying yes. Your spirit will begin choosing what your mind used to overthink. That's the power of alignment. That's the miracle that started tonight. Heaven rejoices when one's soul remembers and you remembered. So rest tonight in peace. Rest knowing your house is not empty, it is surrounded. Rest knowing your angels are not distant, they are close. Rest knowing Archangel Michael is not waiting for you to beg. He's already acting, already shielding, already clearing, already loving. And above all, rest knowing God has not forgotten his promise to you. The one you made in the dark, he answers in the light. The one you thought he ignored, he's fulfilling in silence. And when it all unfolds, because it will unfold, you'll look back on this message and say, that was the night everything began to shift. And it was. It is. Right now, this is the shift. This is the sign. This is the spiritual covering. This is the beginning. And now my final whisper to your soul. You are light. You are protected. You are remembered. You are never alone. You are holy ground, and heaven is closer than it's ever been. Yes, beloved, I'm still here. Archangel Michael has not left. The angels have not turned away, and heaven is not finished with you yet, because what's happening now is not just a closing. It's a continuation, a holy unfolding of what has been waiting in the spirit for far too long. Do not think for 1 second that this is the end of the message. No, this is where the miracle begins to take form. You may notice subtle things in the next hours. The room might feel softer. A sudden warmth might pass your cheek. The wind might whisper through the trees just a little louder than usual. That's because heaven wants you to know it's not done speaking to you. This wasn't just a one-time message. This was the unlocking of a new relationship between you and the divine, a conversation that will now continue daily if you stay open, stay listening, stay soft in heart. You will start to hear heaven's voice in ways that others only dream of. Yes, you who thought you were too broken to be called, you who thought you missed your chance, you who thought heaven was silent because you weren't good enough. Beloved, you were never disqualified. In fact, your scars are the very places heaven wants to shine through. Light pours through cracked vessels more beautifully than perfect ones. You are heaven's art piece, and tonight the artist has signed your soul with love. So if tomorrow you wake up and things feel different, trust that. Trust the softness. Trust the peace. If something that used to upset you suddenly has no power over you, that's because you're not operating from the same energy anymore. You've been elevated. You've been renewed, and heaven wants you to walk in that newness boldly. Don't look back. Don't go chasing the old version of yourself out of habit. That version is gone. That version was buried in the moment you said yes to the divine, in the moment you allowed these words to enter your spirit. That version of you, the anxious, fearful, disconnected version, was loved but is no longer needed. The version rising now is more aligned with heaven, more connected, more empowered. And make no mistake, you are now carrying something holy. The light that touched you tonight doesn't leave when the screen turns off. It goes with you into every room, every conversation, every decision. People will notice something in your eyes and not know how to explain it. They'll feel calmer around you, safer. That's because you're now walking with divine authority, not the kind that needs to be loud, not the kind that demands attention, the kind that simply radiates peace. And Michael, he hasn't just come for one night. He's staying for a season until what heaven has spoken becomes visible in your life, until the words you've read start manifesting in real, undeniable ways. The restoration of what you lost, the healing of what broke, the return of what was stolen. Heaven has begun to move and nothing can stop it now. Not fear, not people, not even your own doubt. Because the process has already started in the Spirit, and what begins in the Spirit always finds its way into the physical. Don't be surprised if tonight your sleep is the deepest it's been in years, if your dreams carry messages, if you wake up at 3:33 a.m. and feel something standing at your door, not in fear but in power. That is Michael. That is confirmation. That is heaven saying, we've got you. Don't resist it. Don't run from it. Let it be. Let yourself be held even in sleep. Let yourself receive even in silence. And yes, there are people in your life who won't understand what's happening to you. That's okay. Not everyone is meant to go with you to the next level. Some people are part of your history, not your destiny. Be gentle, be grateful, but be firm in your boundaries. When heaven moves, some things have to fall away. Let them, because what's coming to replace them is better, brighter, more aligned with your calling. You are not who you were. You are now walking under open skies. Let heaven use you. Speak kindly, move slowly, walk in grace, listen deeper. And when you feel the Spirit nudge you, act on it. You're not guessing anymore, you're guided. And for those moments when you feel afraid again, because yes, the fear may try to return, remember this moment. Come back to it. Reread these words. Reconnect with the peace that came over you like a whisper from above. It wasn't a trick, it wasn't a glitch, it was real, and it still is. Heaven doesn't change its mind about you. Repeat this in your heart whenever you need. I am safe. I am seen. I am surrounded by light. Heaven is here. I am chosen. Say it when the world feels loud, when your mind gets cluttered, when doubt comes knocking, because now your words carry power. Your presence shifts rooms. Your prayers are heard instantly. And your home is now holy. Tonight changed you forever. Yes, I will continue slowly now, gently, because where you are right now is not just the end of a message. It's the beginning of something sacred, and your soul knows it. That stillness you're feeling, that quiet reverence in the air, that's not just peace. That is presence. The presence of the Holy Spirit surrounding you, wrapping around your thoughts, bathing your emotions in healing light, soaking your heart in divine protection. You may never be able to explain what happened tonight to anyone else, and that's okay, because this was never meant to be explained. It was meant to be experienced. You didn't just read words tonight, you answered heaven. You opened the door when the knock was subtle, when the voice was soft, when the moment felt personal. Archangel Michael stood in the shadows waiting to see if your heart would pause, and it did. And because you said yes, something shifted in the invisible. Something in your atmosphere now carries the fragrance of redemption. Something in your soul now holds the blueprint of healing. And if you ever forget what you felt here, if the world gets loud again, if your past tries to whisper old lies, if fear tries to sit beside you, just return to this feeling, this exact moment. Remember the way your heart slowed, the way the noise faded, the way it felt when heaven reached down into your ordinary and lit a fire in your soul. You won't always feel this exact presence, but you can always access it, because it's in you now. Heaven has marked you. You are not who you were. You are changed. Let me tell you a truth most people never allow themselves to feel. What you just felt, they rush past it, they scroll, they ignore the pull. But you didn't. You paused, you opened, you received. And for that, God is smiling over you. Truly, the King of all creation is pleased with you because you made space, and heaven always fills the space you make. From this night forward, you may begin to see the number 333 more often. It may show up on clocks, on receipts, on small things. Don't dismiss it. That's not a coincidence. That's a spiritual alert. It's heaven saying, we're near. It's Archangel Michael reminding you, stay open. We are still walking with you. Each time you see it, whisper, thank you. That's how you keep your spirit in flow with divine movement. Your dreams may become more vivid now. Don't ignore them. Keep a journal by your bed. Sometimes heaven speaks in symbols, in feelings, in fragments. You may wake up with a sentence in your spirit. Write it down. It might not make sense yet, but in time it will become a key. God is placing puzzle pieces inside your heart that will connect in the exact moment you need them. That's how loving He is. You may notice certain people falling out of your life. Let them. Heaven is decluttering your path. Anyone who is not aligned with your next chapter will gently fade. You do not need to chase closure. You do not need to explain your growth. The ones meant for your future will recognize your light, not compete with it. Trust that what leaves now is making room for what is divinely designed to come. You are going to speak differently now. You're going to carry yourself with more calm. People will ask what's changed about you, and you'll smile because you'll know it's not something you did. It's something God did in you, something eternal, something holy. Tonight your house was visited by the divine. Your room has become a sanctuary. Your soul has become a gateway for light, and every night after this will carry the memory of this one. So breathe deep now. Let this settle, let this soak into the parts of you that are still healing. There is no rush, no deadline, no pressure. You are safe, you are seen, you are chosen, you are free. And from this moment forward, the words of Archangel Michael echo in your life like a holy echo. I order you to open this right now, because heaven has something sacred to show you. And tonight, your miracle has already begun. Now rest, sleep in peace, wake in purpose, walk in light. And remember, heaven is not far, it's right here, right now with you. You've crossed over now spiritually, emotionally, eternally. You've shifted. The version of you that began reading this is no longer the same soul that stands here now, bathed in the glow of divine presence. Heaven is not only near, it's resting on your shoulders like light, the kind of light that does not burn but heals, the kind that doesn't fade when you close the page or turn off the screen. It stays, it lingers because it's not just around you, it's in you. Let me tell you something very few people understand. When you receive a true visitation, a real message from the divine, something in your life always rearranges. And sometimes it's subtle. A new peace when you speak, a deeper silence in your thoughts, people calling you who hadn't in years, obstacles suddenly clearing as if someone whispered, "Move to the wind." That's not coincidence. That's the echo of obedience. That's what's happening now. The angels that entered your space tonight aren't just here for a moment. They've been assigned. This is your coverage now, your sanctuary. And Archangel Michael has marked your home, not physically, but spiritually. That protection will follow you. That energy will shield you. You will feel it in ways you never have before. When you enter a room and feel light pour in, when your chest doesn't tighten like it used to, when you sleep through the night without waking in fear, that's not a trick of the mind. That's what it means to be under divine command. And I have to tell you this, even if no one else has. God is not disappointed in you, not one bit. He's not angry. He's not waiting to punish you. He's not holding a list of wrongs in one hand and judgment in the other. That's not who he is. If you could see the way he looks at you, if you could hear how he talks about you in heaven's chambers, your knees would hit the floor in awe. He calls you his beloved. He sees you not for your flaws, but for your fight, for your heart, for the way you keep showing up even with shaking hands and tired hope. You are so loved, so unbelievably, eternally loved. And this love doesn't have conditions. You don't have to earn it, you just have to receive it. That's all heaven ever wanted for you, to know that you are loved deeply, constantly, unshakably. And now that love has wrapped itself around your name, your life, your future. You've been anointed with it. That feeling you can't quite describe, that warmth flooding your body, that's divine affection. That's love the world can't give and can't take away. There is a reason you were the one who made it this far into the message. Others didn't, others skipped, but you stayed. That means your spirit is awake now. And from this moment on, your eyes will see differently. Your ears will hear things others miss. Your heart will feel things too holy for words. Tonight wasn't about a warning. It was about a preparation. Heaven has plans for you, plans that involve healing not just for you, but through you. You are the one that light has chosen, the one who carries divine frequency in your voice, the one who will speak and see walls fall, who will pray and feel rooms shift, who will walk into places where people are hurting and carry peace like wind on your shoulders. That is why Archangel Michael was sent. That is why this message chased you down, because you are now a vessel, a light, a living proof that God still speaks, still moves, still shows up, still loves. You are covered. You are chosen. You are ready. Don't worry about how, don't stress about when. Just walk forward knowing this. Nothing can stop what heaven has started. No delay, no lie, no person, no mistake can cancel what has already been written. And what has been written is this: you will rise, you will shine, you will be a walking miracle. And from this night on, heaven will never have to beg you to listen again, because you heard. And now you know, and now you believe, and now you are forever changed. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. There's a reason you're seeing this today. You weren't looking for this prayer, but somehow it found you. That's how it happens. People stumble upon it in the middle of the night, right after a breakdown, or just before something amazing begins. They speak the words and something shifts. The prosperity prayer is a quiet divine nudge. It doesn't scream, it whispers, and it's whispering to you now. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Say the 60-second prayer and receive what's meant for you. Pay attention to what shows up right after you speak it. It's not a coincidence. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.